This is Associate Professor Justin DeRose, and no, he's not burning or chopping down the forest. In fact, he's trying to learn how we can preserve it.
Here we go, voila, data.
The tree he cut into here burned back in 1903, and so did much of the forest around here, and that's why Justin is interested in it, because we essentially know the start date of when the forest began to regrow.
So I'll be able to track these trees entirely through the course of stand development from when they were a baby to when they were adults. Some lived, some died, and we have the entire 20th century climate record to pair with that information.
Now that's important because they can look at the tree rings and then compare what they find to climate data and get a glimpse into how the forest has adapted to changes over time.
With that information, we'll be able to look at the spatial relationships of growth, mortality, and response to climate over the last century.
So DeRose and Ryan Jess collected cores or slabs like this from about 1,000 trees and then brought them back to the lab.
And then we go through the process of sanding them in preparation for being measured so that we can see exactly every ring boundary that tree has.
They then studied the rings to see how the tree grew over time, with longer rings showing good growth and smaller ones showing restrictions like drought or competition.
You're able to see on a year-by-year resolution what happened in terms of what that tree and those trees experienced during their lives.
So by learning from the tree's life and how it adapted to previous stresses, they hope to get an idea of how we can help manage forests into the future.
These forests are predicted to become increasingly susceptible to climate change. We want to help them to be able to adapt to future climate conditions. So we need to better understand the history of how they responded to climate and demographic patterns so that we can inform the future management of these forests.